I'm Clyde Lewis for GroundZeroTV.org. We're standing in front of State Representative Earl Blumenauer's office to talk today about a news-breaking event that is taking place right now, and it's a remarkable event that brings us right back again into investigating 9/11. We need an impartial group of people to investigate, and currently 1,000 architects and engineers are calling for a new 9/11 investigation. Today, the nonprofit organization Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth announces that we have now gathered 1,000 architects and engineers. They have signed a petition demanding a new investigation into the destruction of the 3 World Trade Center skyscrapers on September 11, 2001. That includes not only the Twin Towers, but also Building 7, the 3rd high-rise to be destroyed that day. Richard Gage, AIA architect and founder of the AE911 Truth, is also announcing this decisive milestone today at the primary organization press conference in San Francisco. The press conference is also being held in numerous cities throughout the world, including San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Seattle, Portland, Chicago, Austin, Dallas, Madison, Dover, New Hampshire, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tucson, Boston, Alexandria, Virginia, which is of course the area of Washington, D.C., Tampa, Temple, Terrace, Florida, Denver, New York, Newark, and internationally in Ontario, Canada, Vancouver, Canada, Brussels, Denmark, Sydney, and Wellington, New Zealand. After careful examination of the official explanation of destruction of these 3 buildings, along with the eyewitness testimony and forensic data that was omitted from the official reports, these professionals have concluded that a new independent investigation into these catastrophic events is both necessary and essential to the preservation of our democracy. Mr. Gage, delivering more detailed news about this major development, is accompanied by signers of the Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth Petition at the San Francisco press conference. Our architectural and engineering professionals are going to discuss the organization's findings and concerns. A brief outline today of the explosive evidence compiled will be followed by the opportunity to ask questions. Detailed information may be found in the DVD that they have produced, which is titled 9/11 Blueprint for Truth, The Architecture of Destruction. It is available on the website, which is AE911TRUTH.org, which analyzes the scientific forensic evidence, and concluding that the 3 World Trade Center skyscrapers in New York City were demolished with explosives in a controlled demolition on September 11th, 2001. They base their conclusions solely on forensic evidence. Mr. Gage notes that the official FEMA and NIST reports provide insufficient, contradictory, and fraudulent accounts of the towers by an international team of scientists. This substance is manufactured only in the most sophisticated defense contracting laboratories. If the official conspiracy theory were true, nano-thermite should not be found in the World Trade Center dust. There is no precedent for steel-framed high-rises collapsing due to fire. AE911 Truth's conclusions are shared by thousands of scientists, senior-level military intelligence and government officials, pilots and aviation professionals, firefighters, scholars, and university professors, 9/11 survivors and their family members, and other professionals around the world. The implications are enormous and have the potential for profound impact on the forthcoming Khalid Sheikh Mohammed trial. Today, every member of Congress will be receiving the AE911 petition. If you would like to download it and print it, you can do so at their website. And every one of the 1,000 architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, and it will be delivered today at Earl Blumenauer's office. The implications of controlled demolitions of the World Trade Center point toward treason. We're reminding the U.S. public officials that misprision of treason is a federal offense committed where someone who has knowledge of the commission of any treason against the United States does not inform the President, a federal judge, or state governor, or state judge. It is punishable by a fine and up to 7 years in federal prison. The 9/11 Truth Movement, which Time magazine in 2006 called a mainstream political reality, continues to gain momentum. As the AE911 Truth's own influence grows, Richard Gage, AIA, has embarked on well over 130 speaking events covering 20 states and 13 countries, including Australia, New Zealand, and Japan at the end of 2009, as well as other parts of the United States. The organization regularly attends architectural conventions, most recently in San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and Richmond, Virginia. We're educating hundreds of architects and engineers, and sharing the research systematically has resulted in new signatories to the petition and additional support for a new independent investigation. There have been several interviews of Mr. Gates, and he's been interviewed by print broadcast media around the world on his topic, including the BBC, the CBC, Nat Geo, Fox TV, KBDI, PBS, and others. Samples of the coverage can be found at the website AE911truth.org. Today, we are going to send the petition and show the petition to Earl Blumenauer. That's why we're gathered here today. There'll be more people coming, and we'll be covering this here on groundzerotv.org. For more information, you can go to my website, groundzeromedia.org, and we will keep you updated on the progress of this interesting investigation.
Nice, thank you, Clyde. It's suite 115. Cool.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
How you doing? I wanted to drop this by the Congressman Earl Blumenauer's office. What it is there's a press conference going on today for the architects and engineers who are for the reinvestigation of 9/11.
Okay.
And I wanted to make sure that he got this so he could look it over, and hopefully he will take this and talk about it when he goes to Washington. It's important that this gets out. A lot of engineers and architects are looking into 9/11. They're demanding a reinvestigation of what happened that day. And I think that he needs to read this over. So I'm just handing this a courtesy to him and just have him look it over, okay?
All right, thanks for stopping by. I'll pass it along.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Something you may want to point out to him that after he is privy to that information, it's an act of treason not to do anything about it. You may want to say that to him.
I will say that.
Thank you, sir.
Information also.
More information?
Some DVDs.
Dun, 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 dun.